Hello, everyone. Shaner64 here today, and it's a new year, new me, and we gotta have a PSA talk today, meaning public service announcement, because this is a very close topic of mine that I've been following for a while now, and it's kind of been going more and more in the opposite direction of not good. So, we're gonna talk about physical media, meaning you have the game on a disc, cartridge, whatever you want to call it. So, it's been a slow decline now for a while, for years, and I think it's more of a generational gap thing because like people my age a lot of the time like physical stuff. There's still people my age who don't like it, but a lot of people my age, like friends, we collect this stuff like physical media wise, and there's a lot of people who just abandon it and just wave the dodo, kind of just let it go. And I'm not okay with that because in my mind they are not, that's the best way to describe this, they're taking the rights away from you, the person viewing this video, whether it be you, or me. Basically, so when you digitally download a game, you are not essentially owning that game. And most people know this already, but for the people who don't know this, when you download that game, you're basically paying the rights to play it. And that's it. It's not yours. And if you ever say get a new system and you want to re-download that game later or something, well, they can delist it anytime they want. They can just take it off the store. And there's actually examples of that. So a game that's recently been delisted that I had to pick up physical because of it, Little Big Planet 3. This game has just been recently delisted in the past couple months, and you can't download it anymore. Even there's a few of like the downloadable content, like costumes and stuff still on there, but you can't share the levels anymore. You can't do anything. You can play the game. But with owning a disc, this version, I physically own this. This is mine. If I want to play it right now, I can pop it open, put it in the system, and play it. And this, my friends, is why physical media is important. I get it. People are going to say, oh, the game's not on the disc completely. That is somewhat true, but it's not always true. There is a lot of games that are fully on the disc. I mean, there's a lot of games that aren't, such as Call of Duties and such, where basically you're just putting a disc in and you're downloading the entire game and the disc becomes kind of worthless. You still need it to play it because you did it that way, but it's catch-22. But on that sense, though, it's becoming more upset, especially when you go like in the, say, Target, Best Buy, Walmart. If you haven't noticed, their physical media selection's gone down way a lot. And it's probably not going to get any better due to the fact that Best Buy doesn't even carry movies anymore. I mean, CDs have been gone for years now, but like they just stopped carrying movies, and now Target, I think, is slowly phasing out movies too. Like, I know my local Target, they don't have any movies there, so it's a shame because I still support movies in physical sense too. It's the same exact situation. You know, you get these digital download collections and stuff, and it's like you don't own them. They're just on there. And I know a lot of people don't care about that, and that's fine. You know, if you don't care about physically owning it or having it for you forever, that's okay. You know, if you just want to watch a movie or play the game, then so be it. You know, everyone's different. You have your own opinions, you have your own examples of what you like and what you don't like, and not everyone's going to have the same. I mean, this is just something I'm truly passionate about with physical media because I grew up with this stuff. I grew up going to, say, a Walmart or a GameStop, which was EB Games back then, and Circuit City, any of those places. And I remember pulling a game straight out of the shelf, basically pulling it right off the shelf and being like, oh, this is awesome. You know, looking at the back and physically you're holding it. This is yours. It's in your hand. You go home, you put it in, you play it. And to me, those days are long gone. I mean, I still buy games at stores, like physical wise, but younger generations growing up, I don't see it. And that's the thing that's upsetting with me. It feels like it almost becomes like a monkey see, monkey do thing. Like everyone else is like, oh, everyone else is digitally downloading. You know, it's more convenient. I don't have to get up. And I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, like I said, to each their own, whether you like it or not, but it's something I'm very passionate about. And it's upsetting seeing it slowly go away because I feel like in a way they're taking something away from us that is ours, and I don't get it. And I see the side of like the game publishers and stuff, like in the studios, they don't want to physically have to, I'm still holding a Little Big Planet, they don't want to physically have to like make these discs or cases. And you know, what's a disc cost to make? Cents on the dollar. And what's this case cost? Not even $1 probably for this case. So there's not a lot of cost to go into these, and they can't go complaining saying, oh, you know, these are, you know, we're barely making any money on these. The stores, they're not making much money on new games. They're making a couple bucks, if even. It's pre-owned is where they make all their money. That's why you have companies like GameStop and stuff. When they pay a $5 for a game and they resell it for 25, that's $20 on one game. You multiply that by how many GameStops out there. That's where they make their money. So that's a whole nother topic, though. I'm kind of jumping around right now, but with physical media, I just feel like we have to try our best to help it because, like, it's never going to completely go away, but it's going to be shrunk year after year to the point where it's going to be dangerously close. And I don't want to see that happen. I mean, I don't want to see it become extinct. I don't want to see it become like a thing of the past where, we're just talking about the good old days of physical media. And it's just something that I want to help preserve. That's why, like, a lot of the stuff, like, I'm going for this complete N64 collection because I admire the art, having it physically, and it's yours. Like I said, you buy it, it's yours. They can't come in here, they can't come in my house, take it away from me and be like, hey, you can't play that anymore because we lost the rights to the game, so it's done. It's yours. If you want to play it, go ahead, put it in your system, play it, do whatever you want. And that's kind of like, I feel like in that sense, people don't have that same mentality anymore, and it's kind of like, you don't get that sense of ownership. And I get it. Like, you buy a new game today, I'm still holding a little big, like, you get nothing. I mean, you get a disc. That's about it. You get a disc and a case. And now there's other companies out there like Limited Run. There's a bunch out there. PM Studios, I know, that do like a lot of extras. They give you extra stuff. Fangamer gives you a lot of extra stuff with their physical releases, and it's still gonna be over for a while, but it gives you a little more bang for your buck, and lets you appreciate it a little more. And same way of collector's editions. I mean, there's collector's editions out there, different games and so forth. And it's just something that I feel like if we don't start now trying to help it and like supporting it, it's just going to get worse. And it's not going to get any better. Because, I mean, you go into Target now, their game sections are just shrunk. I mean, if you go to Xbox, Xbox, I think is pretty much like they've given up on physical media, it looks like, for like Series X, Xbox One. I mean, you're still fine, like Switch, PS5, and very few PS4. It's kind of more phased up than anything, but it's kind of, like I said, it's depressing when you see this stuff because like, it's more than just like your childhood going away of like physical media. It's just, I feel like it's more and more taken from us all the time. And like I said, you don't own digital. I know I can say it till my face turns blue, like, I had someone ask me the other day what my Spotify playlist was for 2024. I don't even have Spotify on my phone. And it's just because, like, I have vinyl, CDs, and that kind of stuff. Like, I don't do digital. Like, I don't know. I get it in some sense. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not being a complete hypocrite here. Like, on my PS5, I have some digital stuff, but it's like, it's to a point where the only way I think I would really buy digital is, like, say if, one, it didn't get a physical release, and it's not gonna. Say there's no chance of us ever getting a physical, and it's very rare anymore to see that. And two is, say if the game's like dirt cheap. If it's like $2-3, sure, I'll buy digital, whatever. But if I really enjoy that game, I may even go out and buy the physical and support the studios that made the game. To show them that, hey, I support this game, and I support you guys for making this. More than just downloading a code or whatever. And not really yours. And on the other sense of that, it makes things so forgettable. Like, you see people today jump from like game to game and like the way they play games, and like they don't cherish games like they used to, like today's generation, like growing up. And the thing is, it's like they make games forgettable. Like, so many people start playing games and they don't talk about them, they don't relive them. I mean, think back to the early 2000s and 90s. I could name off hundreds of games that are instant classics that we grew up on, that we love, that we still play today. How many games can you do that from the past 10 years besides big, AAA studio titles? That's my point. So, on that note, though, keep physical media alive, please. Buy the stuff, buy physical. I mean, and sometimes the thing is, physical is about the same price sometimes. So it's like, if you're paying the same price as digital, just buy the physical version. Support the studios that make the stuff, and I don't know, help it. That's the way I look at it, because like, the less and less people buy this stuff, and more likely it's going to be going away faster and faster. And I hate to see it, because like I said, I grew up with this stuff, and I like owning and holding in your hand, like, this is mine, I can play it. But right now, if I want, I can put it in and start playing it. And I just feel like with physical, like with digital, it's like, I see it on PC and Steam. They delist games all the time and take them away, and they take it off your, your library of Steam games or whatever. And it's like, I'm not okay with that. Like, to me, I mean, I know they've been fighting that for years, like fans who download games, but it's like, I don't get it. And it's like, you download it, it even tells you in the copyright, like if you read all the fine print when you digitally download a game, it basically tells you straight in the copyright that it's not yours. You're paying to play it. You're paying just to borrow the rights to play this game, but we can take it away anytime we want, just so you know. So on that note, sorry for my rant. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you support this rant and support me in that sense, because this is how I truly passionately feel about this. And I tell people all the time, I mean, I'll go out and I'll buy a physical version of anything. Movies on Blu-ray, 4K, video games, PS5 physical, Switch physical. I mean, I got tons of physical games, and to me, it's like, it's something you're always going to have. And even if I don't want it, like say if I get sick of a game or I just do not like it, I can always trade it in or sell it, and you're recouping some of your loss of not liking it. You buy a digital game for 60, 70 bucks and say you absolutely dislike that game or do not like it at all, you're stuck with it. It's yours. You bought it. At least, if I buy a brand new $60, $70 game and say it ends up being a complete dud, I could sell it and get probably over half my money back right away. And, I'm still out money, sure, but I'm not completely in the dark about it. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. If you support physical media, comment how you feel about physical media. Or do you agree with it? Do you buy it? Do you do only digital download? I mean, how do you feel about this? I want your opinions out. Come on, guys. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And like I said, if you enjoy my rant, if you enjoy seeing stuff like this behind me, I got tons of playlists down below. Subscribe to the channel down below. Little buttons all over the place. Hit the bell if you want notifications when I do new videos. And I believe this is my 100th video now. So new year, new me, new video. 100th time around seeing this face. And hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, take care.